Captain's log, stardate 72545.32.5. It's been a couple days since I left the crew. Power was off. We had no more reserve fuels, and I went on my way to the nearest planet to see if there's hospitable life. I had to kill my new animal friend to stay warm, as I recently discovered the planet had a freeze flashpoint once it hit 9 p.m. He's missed. He tasted delicious.
Captain, we lost 3 more red shirts. What do we do? Get the fuck out of here! I'm busy here. Do you not see this?
Do you not see me doing my captain's log? I found the crew. We got help. Sadly, McSmitty had to sacrifice himself for the good of the crew.
Timmy, come get your lunch. Not now, Mom. I'm doing my captain's log.
Hey guys and girls, people out there, people of the world.
Everybody.
How y'all doing?
Everybody.
Welcome to this week's Cafe Talk. I'm the hostess with not so much of the mostest, Jolen. With me, my co-host, Victor. Victor, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Joel. How are you? Good captain's log right there. I
Thank
see.
you.
Your mom was calling you for lunch. Why didn't you answer, man?
My name's not Timmy.
I mean, what if that's a pet name she gave you? You know,
That's
she
not
liked
a
that
pet
name. But how about you, Jolen? How you doing this fine week?
Doing pretty good.
You know,
spirits
fine
are
over here. Mhm.
spirits are high.
Really? My ghost detector isn't going off. What are you talking about? Spirits are going high.
Never mind. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if for those of you who like listen to our weekly podcast, thank you. But that's not the point. Basically, like
We just hit our 30th episode.
We did.
And that was what, the last episode last week?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so shout out to everybody who listens to us. Thank you so much for helping us reach the big 3-0 right there. It's been a tough road, but Jolen's looking fine every day. He's aging like goat cheese.
I don't think you age goat cheese.
I've never had goat cheese, so I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Then why'd you say it? God damn it, Victor.
I couldn't say fine wine, Jolen. Okay.
Why? We're 22. We're 21 or 22.
Because you don't whine, Jolen.
I do wine.
Well, why don't you wine and dine me, you bastard? That's
Not how
fine.
it works. It's not how it works.
Yeah, but we really want to appreciate everybody who listens to us. Big shout out to our friend Tiffany. We know she listens to most of our podcasts, and also our friend Rocio. That both of them have been with us since the beginning. Anybody else who listens to us, we really appreciate tuning in and your subscriptions and your likes. It's been a fun journey. It's been really fun along the way. Hopefully we can make much more podcasts in the future, and hopefully we can make more new content like sketches and just I don't want to spoil anything, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, we got big plans for the future.
Yeah, definitely.
So Jolen,
what's up?
How long does it take for you to groom yourself every morning? Are you that quick 5 minutes person, or are you that taking an hour to get ready properly? And I mean like properly, like not just like you're actually trying to be quick. No, it's like you have all the time in the world to get ready, and you're just going out for a casual day with your friends, that type of thing, that type of situation.
All right.
How long does it normally take you?
I want to say like anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
More on the 20 side, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
because like my full grooming is basically just like jump into the shower, make sure I exfoliate, get everything, let the shampoo soak, all nice and good. Then once I get rid of all that shampoo and soap and stuff, I like bring in my toothbrush into the shower, brush my teeth.
Hey, nice.
So I have to
save water.
So I save water, and I don't have to worry about that whole thing that like I'm brushing my teeth and some toothpaste falls on my shirt, and that's like the only shirt I want to wear that day, and my whole day's ruined.
Yeah, thank you so much for like giving me the heads up when that happened to me. I just had a
when
big
did that
old,
happen to you?
When we went to Portals, and it was like Mother's Day or something like that.
Yeah, so then get out of the shower, towel off, pick the clothes that I'm gonna wear.
You don't do any beard grooming to keep
Not
that
really.
fine ass beard you got going on right there?
Not really. I'm not one of those people that have like beard oil and beard wax. I just like.
Sounds funny.
I just like get a little bit of shampoo and put it in my beard.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. And then just towel it off and.
Oh, so you like to go au natural?
Yeah, I mean in a sense. What about you, Victor? Huh? How long does it take you to groom yourself?
Honestly,
so you got a big date going on.
I'm not. Oh, a big date. Oh,
never mind. Okay, you're gonna.
That's a different situation right there.
And we're like, our group of friends. We're gonna go to like the museum or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So how do you groom yourself?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I take like 30 to 40 minutes to get ready, but that's mainly because my shower takes like 15 minutes. Cause I'm done within the first like 5 minutes or so.
Oh, I see.
5 to 7 minutes, I'm done doing everything I needed to do. But then I just stand there, and when it's cold outside, I just like stand there enjoying the warm water. Or if it's hot outside, I bust it like I slowly go colder and colder to the point where like the hot water's completely off, and all I have running is cold water.
Oh,
and
I see.
It feels so good.
See, I do the reverse.
What?
Cause like my shower takes a long time for the hot water to come.
Oh, so you just jump in when it's cold?
I just jump in when it's cold, and then it like gradually gets warmer. And once it's already warm, I'm like done doing everything I need to do to clean myself. I just enjoy the warm water a little bit, and I get out of the shower.
Nah, my shower doesn't take that long. Literally within like seconds, it's already at the temperature.
Mine takes like minutes.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I've what was it at hotel rooms? I always get hotel rooms that take that long, and it upsets me. Because it's a hotel, so I figured it would have good shower service.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, no, I normally just like take 15 minutes just standing there contemplating life, enjoying the water, and only until I realize that, oh hey, I'm wasting a lot of water here, I actually like stop it and dry myself off. But I do the same thing. I like brush my teeth in the shower as well. And have you ever had the situation where you have to go number 2 after you finish taking a shower? I hate like doing that so much. It's the worst feeling I've ever experienced. I'm just like, oh god, ew.
Yeah, that's the worst thing in the world because you're still all like wet and steamy,
and you're like fresh and clean.
Gotta lay it wet and steamy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's. Right. But that doesn't happen to me. I've only done that like once or twice in my life, and it's never again.
All right, Victor. So
yeah.
Changing gears, we got a new segment for the people listening.
What is this segment?
Well, we don't have like an official name for it yet, but we're gonna use its project name. We're gonna call it Victor's Rant.
Rantology with Professor Victor Gutierrez.
Papa squat and listen to Victor's rants.
Papa squat. Why don't you all squab a pop and plop your booty down here and listen to Victor gotta do it with the pooty pie.
There you go. That's the name. That's the name. So yeah, Victor. So
give him a slow Cosby right there.
Yeah. So anyways, for those of you listening, Victor is he's gonna have his own segment and he's gonna rant about stuff. What kind of stuff, you ask? Not even I know.
True. If anything, it's just like a little, just minor stuff that got me going, got my thought process moving along through the day.
Victor, I think you can say it.
It's kind of like...
It grinded your gears.
Exactly. I was going to say that. For anybody who watches Family Guy, yeah, it's kind of like that whole grind my gears section. But, I mean, since it's the beginning, I don't know how it's going to go. You know, our listeners, let us know what you think. If you enjoyed it, I'll gladly come back in.
If you agree with Victor's rant or if you disagree.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about Victor, you guys, you know?
So, Victor, what are you gonna rant about this?
So today I feel like
your first rant.
My first rant. The first experimentation.
You got one shot.
Scientist log, day 25. I've been here.
I think it should have been like barista's log.
Barista's log. Actually, that's actually what I'm gonna rant about. Just like how it is to work at a coffee shop. It's not a bad experience whatsoever. It's a very enjoyable experience. Like it has a lot more pros than cons. You know, you get to meet a lot of cool people, both employees and customers, and it's just a welcoming environment overall. You know, it's just a humble and comfortable environment so you could enjoy your coffee in. But then there's always those situations when that one person comes in and they're very obnoxious, they're very pretentious, or they're just plain downright low IQ. You know what I mean? that's the softest way I could say it. And they just make it so hard for you for no reason. And I don't know if it's because they actually like don't know what they're doing, or if they purposely have like a bad day so they want to make your day bad. I try to be a very good person. You know, I'm not saying I am, but I try my best. So I don't let people like that get under my skin. But there's those situations where you just can't help yourself anymore. You know, it doesn't matter how nice you are. It literally just, it makes you pop. There's no other way around it, and you just have to deal with it. And there's those situations like, for example, when those people come in, they have no idea what coffee is, or like all they heard of is the instant coffee.
Yeah.
You know, they have no idea the different types of like terminology there is. But yet they walk in with such a sense of like, I own this place and I know everything that I'm talking about. So they make it harder for you. And they're like, they come in and it's just like, yeah, give me a cappuccino. And I'm like, all right, cool. Cappuccino coming up. Like they give a sense of like confidence that like they know what they want. So you vibe off that confidence and you're like, all right, I'm gonna give you exactly what you ordered, you know, because that's my job. You know, I'm here to please you. I'm just here to give you the drink you want and make sure you're satisfied with your purchase so you don't waste your money. But, those people come in, they're like, yeah, give me a cappuccino. You make them the cappuccino, and then they're like, what is this? This is nothing but foam. And I'm like, yeah, that's a cappuccino. You wanted that. They give me such a weird face of like, I'm incredibly disappointed with you. I wasted my money with this. What are you doing behind the bar? And I'm like, it's not my fault. That's what you ordered. And then I try to be nice and explain to them like, okay, the difference between a cappuccino, a latte, and like a macchiato or something else. And they don't even bother to listen. They automatically just want to, tell me you're wrong. Okay, like I know what I ordered. This isn't what I ordered. And like you're doing a horrible job. And I'm trying to be the nice guy and tell them, you know what? If your drink is wrong, especially like when I'm working, I will gladly remake your drink. I will gladly just throw away your old drink and then make you a new one, no charge whatsoever. Especially if you just took a sip, that clearly shows me that I actually messed up and you're not just trying to get a free drink out of me. But if you come back to me telling me like this drink is horrible and it's bad and you already finished half of it, that's clearly telling me you're hoping to get a free drink.
Yeah, it's clearly you enjoyed it and you wanted more.
Exactly.
But you didn't want to pay.
Yeah, so I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do that. If you finish half of it, you go back to your house because I'm not going to take that in here. But these people, they come in so ignorant and they don't even try to learn the terminology as you're trying to explain them. They just like, no, this is wrong. You ruined my day. You wasted my money and my time. So, you're just a bad person. And then they leave upset. And I'm here trying to, fix their problem. And they either take the coffee that they don't like with them and they just wanted to make a scene, or they actually like force me to make a new like cup for them, and they still are not happy because I messed up their first cup, so I wasted more time than they expected.
Yeah.
It's like it's upsetting because it's like I'm trying to do my best to do my job here, but if you have no idea what coffee is on the menu or what items we're selling, then ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. It's the whole point of life. Try to learn something new that you don't understand. And especially since I work here, I know everything on the menu, so you could ask me any questions. You could not waste, but you could use up like 20 minutes of my time, and I will not be upset whatsoever because I'm explaining properly what all the drinks are, so you could decide what drink you actually want. You know what I mean? I'd rather have someone take up like 20-30 minutes of my time explaining every single item on the menu than have someone that just wants to come in and come out within like 5 minutes or less getting something that they disliked. It's just a bad service when it's like that. That's how it is. There's all types of people out there. 90% of the people that come in here, they're all cool. They understand that concept. They're open-minded, and that's why I love working here. But those specific special times that come in that you can't help but like almost fight with them, well, not fight, but argue with them
Yeah,
because of how ignorant they are.
I get you.
Yeah.
It's fair enough.
That's a little taste of my segment. I might have much stronger opinions when it comes to another topic for another episode. This is just a little dipping a toe in the water, like testing, see how you guys like it, see if you want more of it. Let us know in the comments below and see if you like my rant, if you agree with it. For anybody out there that has worked in like Starbucks or any coffee shop like that, to let me know what worst experience you've gotten, what type of people you've met.
Or if you've had similar experiences to Victor.
Yeah, exactly. And let us know if you want to hear more of my rants, of my segments.
Yeah, I guess that closes Victor's rant.
Yeah.
I don't know, we need a name for this.
Yeah, we really do need to set out a name.
It's not as easy.
Close it off.
Yeah, it's not as easy as like Jolen's Netflix review.
Hey, speaking of Jolen's Netflix review, do you have a new review for us, Jolen? This week?
Do you want to save it for later, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's end it up. Let's close it off with that one because
Right.
that's always exciting. It's always good. Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be a good review? Who knows? We'll find out later on. But for right now, what do we got in store, Jolen? What's going through your mind?
I just had to do some quick editing on the fly.
On McFly.
But yeah, we're back. We're good. So, Victor, I have a question.
All right, shoot.
And I mean,
This question goes out to everybody.
yeah. Well, it's like a question and an observation at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's not meant to offend anybody. I know, like when it comes to women in driving, there's that stereotypical joke
Ooh, it's women in driving
about women being bad
situation.
drivers, but that's not always true. Men can be bad drivers. Most men that I know are bad drivers.
Yeah.
Like not in the sense that they get into accidents, but they just they don't obey the rules of the road, and that in turn is reckless driving.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, I've had multiple situations where I've just been driving and some asshole cuts you off, or they don't know how to use their turn signals, and it's annoying as hell.
Definitely.
Yeah, of course.
But anyways, my question and observation,
based on my experiences?
based on my own experiences and your experiences,
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
is why is it that men have a greater affinity towards driving than women do?
Like men enjoy driving more than women?
Yeah. Like, because coming from my own experience,
Yeah.
like I have a couple friends that are females, that are ladies, and one of them is like incapable of driving for the sole purpose that driving just gives her such a panic attack. Like she can't even get on the road because
Ooh.
she is just like immobilized by fear.
Whoa, that's bad.
And then I have other friends who just like find it a pain. They don't enjoy it. They're just like, it's just something that I have to do to continue on with my day.
It's a chore for them.
Yeah, it's a chore for them.
Yeah.
And then like my sister just like despises driving. She's like, it's a waste of time. It's the worst thing in the world.
What? No
Like,
way.
I'd rather be like a passenger because I can work on other stuff than just drive.
Yeah.
So I mean, in turn, she's a really big advocate for like those self-driving cars.
Oh, okay, I see.
But yeah, she just like hates it. But then, like a lot of our friends that are guys, we enjoy driving.
Yeah, we love it.
Like I love driving, even
Yeah.
though the farthest I like commute is probably like a mile or two, but that like 2 miles that I'm driving is like the greatest part of my day.
Yeah, but that's mainly for like other reasons rather than just because you don't want to.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, based on my experiences of like the women and men in my life, like I have a friend who just doesn't want to drive mainly because of the same reason of fear. She's afraid that once she gets behind the wheel, she won't be able to stop in time. She feels like she'll be one of those people that just have the foot on the accelerator and that's it. Like no other way but to stop unless you crash.
Oh, I see.
I understand that, that point of view, why she doesn't ever want to drive. With my mother, she's actually terrified of driving. Like she used to drive in Mexico, but that was because the streets were small. It was always like a one lane thing, 1 car per lane type of thing. Like it wasn't right here like in America where there's 4 lanes per road. Back then it was literally just 1 lane per road, so only 1 car at a time. That situation. And that's why she liked it, because even if you were taking up the whole lane, it was such a small road that you shouldn't be going that fast. You could control it, you could calm down, you could take it easy, and and it was a small village, so even if you were driving in those small lanes, you probably could meet people that you recognize, but right here in America, she's terrified of driving because she feels like she's being pressured by other drivers to drive faster than what she has to be. Even if she's driving at the speed limit, like the fact that she has someone behind her terrifies her in the sense that she feels pressure to go faster, or she feels like she's blocking their way, or she just feels like she's driving badly, and that's why my mom doesn't like driving. My sister, I've never really asked her. She doesn't have her license, so she can't drive.
I was gonna ask that. I've never seen your sister drive, or like even heard of her driving.
She's driven like once or twice, and she's one of those people that could think less, she couldn't care less about it.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, like she doesn't dislike it. She doesn't like it, but she doesn't like it enough to go out and get her license for it because she knows she can't afford another car, and she doesn't want to take her husband's car because her husband needs it for work. So she's like, driving's not an issue or a subject in my life that I should care about. And then as for other friends that I do know that drive, are very few, actually, very scarce of female friends that I know that drive. And the ones that actually do drive, apparently I've barely realized, like, for this topic, I've asked them, and they actually hate driving as well. Yeah, they tell me that, like, they only drive because they have to, because they either commute to college or they commute to their job, but it's something that they don't really enjoy. They find it boring, or they just find it, tedious. They don't like it. They don't enjoy it. Whereas for all my guy friends, I asked them, and they're like, yeah, it's the most liberating experience I've had in a while. Or when I first started driving, it was the best ever. I was excited to get my own car. I myself, in my experience, when I got my own car, it was great. I felt like I could go anywhere, drive as far as I wanted, and I actually did. Like for a short time, whenever I had those days that I had no plans with friends, I had no plans with family members, I was literally going to be stuck at home all day. I would actually just go out in my car, drive to Santa Monica, drive to Burbank, to Northridge. I would just drive anywhere, miles, 60 miles, 70 miles. I wouldn't care how far the distance was, and if I even had a destination planned, I was just driving. If I was just in my car the whole day, seeing the sights of the town or the city I live in, I was satisfied, and I enjoyed it. But I'm actually coming to I was surprised to hear that most of the female friends I know, or the females in my life, actually just don't like driving. Such a shock to me, because for males, we do enjoy driving. The only thing that stops us from enjoying driving is
some of
traffic.
us do, other people don't.
Actually, like the guys I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the guys I know, they all enjoy driving. Who have you talked to that doesn't like driving?
I know. Like my friend Martin doesn't really like driving.
Oh yeah.
Like he'll drive, and he'll do it because he needs to get places and stuff.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like totally despise it.
Oh, I see.
He's just like you're just sitting and driving. Like there's nothing special about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So like there's some people like that just that's just it. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, they don't see anything else other than the action of driving.
Yeah, exactly. And I was gonna say, like, I feel like it's like that just because like part of it has to deal with society, and the other part is like an individual's own personal experience. So like the societal part, most of it, like you see movies where like it's a father and son. And that's the first part of it. It's always like a father and a son.
Yeah.
And the father like either buys like a junked car for his son and say like, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna work on it, it's gonna be our project.
Oh yeah,
or it's like the dad buying his son the first car and like handing him the keys.
True.
Or something. Like there's always movies about that. Very rarely are there movies where it's like a father and a daughter, or a mother and a daughter, that like they're giving the keys to their daughter to do that.
Actually, before you move on, sticking to that topic, the one movies I've actually seen where the father gives like his daughter a car always ends in tragedy. They always end up like either dying or disappearing, or just the daughter, rebelling against her dad and going with the boyfriend that the dad hates, with the new car. It's surprising me as to why that is. It's weird.
Yeah, so I feel like society has a role in that, just because movies are geared towards that, and you always see like even movies that you wouldn't expect, like or TV series. Let's say like Riverdale.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the one that comes to mind.
Okay.
Like Veronica's dad gives Archie a car, and his dad feels kind of betrayed because I guess
it was supposed to be
his grandpa
Yeah.
and his dad got his dad's first car at the junkyard and they built it up, so he thought they would do the same thing, and it turns out that like Archie feels like he betrays his dad, gives the car back to Veronica's dad,
Yeah.
and he goes and buys a junk car for him and his dad to work on.
Oh, I see.
So it like that's like the classic trope that like it always has to be like,
it's like he stole that moment from his son.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
His son's life. Yeah. Okay.
So
see.
I feel like that's society has a part in that to blame.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to the individual as well, for guys, like getting your first car is like a milestone, because not only it's like the first thing that you actually own, that it's yours. You can do whatever you want to.
Yeah.
And it's also it's a liberating feeling. Like you can go to the beach with your friends now.
Mm-hmm.
You actually like, you're not embarrassed to bring your date places because you don't have to take the bus anymore.
Yeah. And it's one of those like items in your life that you constantly have to maintain. You know,
Exactly.
it's one of those things that you have to not only put money into it, but if you want to make sure that it looks nice and runs well, you have to make sure like everything's fine. So not only are you learning along the way by owning it, you're also just, you know, gaining countless experience in multiple like regions, you know,
Yeah.
when it comes to owning a car.
Yeah, and I mean, the same thing can be said for females and girls and ladies. That it is that like first sense of liberation. But I know in my through my experience, like when my sister got her first car,
Yeah.
my parents were advocating so hard to get her a new car, just because they felt like it would be safer.
Yeah.
Because like my sister has little to no like car experience or road experience, so they were scared like if they bought her a used car or an old car
And it broke down.
she wouldn't know what to do. Whereas with me, when I tell them like, oh, I want to get like a 60s car or a 70s car, they're
perfectly fine with
hesitant, but they're like, they trust me because they feel like, oh, because you're a boy,
Oh, I see.
you have like you have a road sense, like you
Yeah.
can, if you get a flat tire, like you can change it, whereas like your sister can't, but she's perfectly capable of changing a flat tire.
Yeah.
It's just like this perspective that parents have.
Do you think that just goes down back to history itself?
I think so.
Right,
Like, it relates back to society.
Yeah, exactly. Like even in society back in I don't know how far I should go back. I would say maybe like the 50s or so. It was mainly the men that were driving, because it just goes back to the whole like, you know, stereotypical housewife shit.
Yeah.
You know, where the roles a woman would play would be just taking care of the house and the family. So the men were the only ones that were out in the road driving to their jobs or driving wherever they needed to go. So now that times are changing and both like women and men are driving now, it's still maybe implanted in them through society that, you know, just men are supposed to enjoy driving and women are just supposed to like
No, I like,
experience
yeah,
it, you
I
know, you get me?
definitely see your
Yeah.
point. But yeah, all of this comes like from our own experiences and our own thoughts.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
it's not meant to offend anybody. It's not meant to cause a divide or be sexist or bigoted, any of that. Like
It's just experiences as well in Los Angeles, you know, like where
Exactly,
we live.
yeah.
It could be completely different over there in like the other side of the world.
in
or
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Or it could just be different, like I said, in Mexico, things are different as well, and it's just what we experience, you know. It's our opinion of it.
And I mean, there are like amazing female drivers as well. Like Michelle Rodriguez is like the most famous of all of them. She plays Letty in Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's also like some Formula Drift people that I follow on Instagram. I know one of them is like Colette Davis, and
Speaking of awesome female drivers, I don't remember her name because I only saw her in like a short 5 to 10 minute video on YouTube. It was a channel called The Great Big Story, and
I know you're talking.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know the video, but I know the channel.
Yeah, so the video was mainly about like stunt drivers, like you know, like those people that put on a helmet or just take over the car to perform amazing stunts in movies. Apparently this girl, her dad was a stunt driver his whole life.
I know what you're talking about.
And then she came out in famous movies. I forgot what movie she came out. I literally saw the movie like 2 days ago. And Creed. That movie Creed, the fighter Creed.
Yeah.
You remember when if anybody has seen the movie, there's a scene where the main character in the movie Creed is walking from one destination to the other, and the hood or where he lives, his friends start following him to encourage him to, like, you know, tell him to keep his chin up or to, like, do his best. And there's a bunch of, like, people doing stunts on, like, ATVs and motorcycles. Yeah, she came out in that movie, and she was talking about all her career and all the crazy stunts she pulls, and I'm like, whoa, I got blown away by, like, how much stunt drivers have to know about cars and what to do with them and how to handle them, because the stunts they pull are incredible. It's just
definitely amazing. If you guys want to see, like, some professional drivers as well as people on Instagram, ladies on Instagram that I follow that are, like, car enthusiasts, I'll link some of them down below. Obviously, like Colette Davis and Darcy Milligan, they're some of the best drifters that I've seen. There's another Instagram page that's run by Chelsea Franco. She has, like, an amazing Subaru that's set up for street and autocross.
Yeah.
So definitely go check them out. I'll put their Instagram pages in the description below.
But let us know what you guys think. You know, what are your experiences in this situation? Do you like driving? Do you not like driving? Do your friends like driving? You know, let us know what you've noticed in society and both in your own life.
Because
when it comes to driving itself,
behind every good driver is a good co-pilot. It's true.
You're one to talk, Jolen. You're like one of the worst.
Hey, I'm pretty good.
Are you?
I'm pretty good.
One of the worst shotguns I've had.
Nah, Rocio's the worst.
Yeah, she is. She doesn't do anything.
She just, like, sleeps.
Yo, Ashim, our friend Ashim.
Oh my God,
he's
Ashim
the
is
worst. He tells you to turn left like 3 blocks when you're ahead. It's crazy.
The worst. But yeah, definitely comment down below.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now that we got through the nitty gritty, how about we get to what we've all been waiting for?
I don't think people have been waiting for it.
I've been waiting for it.
I know you have. We're talking about my Netflix review. Jolen's Netflix review.
If you guys didn't pick up on that, I'm sorry.
So yeah.
So what do you got in store for us this week, Jolen?
It's kind of an oldie but goodie.
Oh.
We're talking about 13 Reasons Why.
Oh, that show.
Yeah, that show. Just like as a precautionary or like a heads up, the show deals with very sensitive topics such as suicide, depression, sexual abuse, physical abuse, just
mental abuse,
all the things that are, like, bad. What honestly, that all the things that need to be shed light, that have to have light shed on them.
Yeah, like awareness.
Yeah, that need awareness.
Yeah.
So if you're sensitive or not in a stable mindset, this show probably isn't for you. But definitely watch it with somebody. Well, don't, if you want to watch it, watch it with somebody that you care about, that's there for you, that supports you, or somebody that you trust and that you can talk to.
Is it really that intense? Like,
it's
oh my
very
gosh,
intense.
This alone, this beginning is incredible. Like, wow.
Yeah, the show, like, emphasizes it greatly.
Oh, okay.
Because it does deal with very sensitive topics. So the whole, like, synopsis of 13 Reasons Why, without trying to spoil anything, is there's this high school called Liberty High, and they're dealing with the aftermath of this girl named Hannah Baker who just committed suicide.
Oh, okay.
And to the school and authorities and her parents, they don't know why. It was very out of the blue. People were, like, shocked.
Was it one of those situations where, like, they hid it very well, that they weren't feeling well, and people are surprised, like, oh, she showed no signs whatsoever that she was going to do something.
Yeah, it was like one
this.
of those, and then people, or, like, half of them thought, like how could she do this to herself? She was so popular and pretty and stuff.
Yeah. And
the other half was like, oh, she's probably she just did this for attention or something.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You know, the typical reasons why people, like, try to process suicide in their mind.
Yeah,
But she leaves 13 tapes behind, like cassettes.
Okay.
And each of them are dedicated. Well, they're not. They're dedicated in the sense that they talk about a person or people that led to the reasons why she committed suicide.
Ooh.
So the 13 reasons
13
why.
13 reasons why. Whoa.
Yeah, and her friend, her coworker, and then friend, I guess, Clay. He's one of the last to receive the tapes, and the people who she talks about on the tapes are the only people that get to hear the tapes, aside from like a trusted friend.
Okay.
To actually carry out her will.
Yeah. Just to make sure it doesn't get out to everybody else.
Exactly, and then the show just it's so good.
Okay. So coming from my perspective, as someone who looked at the show and thought it was overhyped, thinking that it was one of those casual shows that just blows up over the internet because it just had the subject of depression in it, or suicide. I didn't know that it actually, was for awareness. I didn't know that it was just actually using it to help people out there who are dealing with something, going through this in their mind. I just thought it was more like, oh, we're taking this sensitive topic and creating a show just because we know that this will get people's attention. That's what I thought the show was going to be.
That's like the farthest thing from it.
So coming from someone with that mindset, what makes this show good? And in your opinion, what got you like coming back for the next episode?
Oh, I see. All right, so I think the big thing that a lot of people fail in describing the show is the fact that like they talk about Hannah leaving these tapes to her friends to listen to, and immediately people get this thought that like, oh, they're like her best friends and she wants to say goodbye to them and she wants like to give them final words and stuff.
Yeah.
The people that she leaves the tapes for used to be her friends. They did something to her and they are no longer friends, and she wants to basically like tell them like, look, we were friends and you did this, and this is and you're part of the reason why like my life just went down the toilet and I ended up and I just decided to end it all.
So it's like pretty much just telling them that you're the reason why I kept feeling worse. Instead of making me feel better.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, I get it. All right.
And to those who like just think the show is like all internet hype and stuff, because it deals with like suicide and depression and stuff, the show does it in a sense that it doesn't just talk about these issues, but it shows them in such a realistic way that you can't help imagine like, I knew a person that was in this exact scenario, and I feel like they were like, through this actor who's acting out, and you can clearly see because you're like in the third person's perspective, that he's trying to reach for help, but other people around him aren't. You can't help but feel like there was somebody like that in your life, and they were reaching out to you for help, but you just didn't get the signs.
It actually gives a good glimpse of from both sides.
It does.
Nice, I like that.
And also deals with not so much like survivor's guilt, but it's just like
the aftermath.
Like Clay thought of him as one of Hannah's friends because they were co-workers, they hung out, they had inside jokes together, and he was just like, he just didn't understand why. And for him to like hear her voice and know that he was one of like, he's on the tapes, he's one of the reasons why, it eats at him so much. And it's just like, I don't know, like you can't help but sympathize and put yourself in his position, because unfortunately like a lot of us feel or like know we have people in our lives that are struggling, but we don't have the power to help them or want to reach out to them because you feel like it's going to be an inconvenience, or you don't know how to help them.
Exactly. Like you feel like you're afraid of making it worse instead of actually making it better.
Exactly. That's a lot of the key points that the show is like putting on. That
alone got me interested in seeing, well, just by hearing you say this, it got me interested because it sounds like the show portrays not only what was going inside the girl's mind, the one that committed suicide, but it also shows the aftermath of how everyone is trying to deal with the fact that they were a leading cause of why she did it.
Yeah,
That actually sounds very interesting. Like
it
got me
does.
kinda
It
hooked.
does a really good job with that too. Like, you don't only get one side of it. Like, you don't only have the friend who feels like he wasn't able to help them or say what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
You also get like people who are just ignoring it. They want to like move on with their lives. You have
It's in
people
the past
who
already. That type of stuff.
who feel so bad, like they want to take their own lives.
Oh damn.
And you have those people who like want to brush it off as just a bad dream.
Whoa.
Like, it encompasses so many different perspectives and different feels in such a sensitive topic that it's like it's an all encapsulating show.
That sounds amazing. I actually
And
want to go see it now.
and like 13 Reasons Why has one of the best pilots I have ever seen.
Yeah, that hooked you
Yeah.
up instantly.
Most pilots that I watch, I just like kind of shrug and I'm like, you know what? Let me see what the next episode has to offer.
Yeah, like you get used to that, right? Like
Yeah,
when you
it's like,
shows,
all right,
like,
like,
okay,
let's see where this is going.
Yeah, let's see how it is 5 episodes in. And
Immediately, as soon as the show ended, I was like breathless and speechless, and I wanted to know more.
Oh,
And that
nice.
like rarely ever happens to me.
Yeah.
So for that reason, and all the reasons that the show encapsulates and talks about, and just the actors and everything about it,
Yeah.
the show gets a 9.5 for me. 9.5 out of 10.
Damn, that's really
It's a
high.
definite watch.
Yeah.
But with all the little side things and the subtext, like if you're not in a good mindset, if you're prone to suicidal thoughts, if you have depression, and you still want to watch it, regardless of like what people say or what my review says, watch it with a trusted friend. Watch it with an adult. Watch it with somebody that you love and know has your back.
Damn. So 9.5 with caution.
9.5.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay,
It is a beautiful show. It is a great show.
that review makes me just want to go and watch it right now. You know, that's a
Yeah,
wow. That's a spicy review, man.
very spicy.
All right, well there you have it. This week's review: 13 Reasons Why. Have you watched the show? Are you
Out
into
on
it?
Netflix,
Have you
it
liked
has
it?
a second season, which
Yeah.
I'm currently watching as well.
Oh, you still haven't started on the second season.
I'm like 2 episodes in.
All right, well maybe you could like inform us in
Talk
next
about that
week.
next
Yeah,
time?
exactly.
Yeah,
let
definitely.
us know if the show stays as intriguing as it is already. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. If you guys watch the show, do you agree with Jolen? Do you disagree? Do you hate the show? Is it really just hyped up internet stuff? Or you know, have you not watched the show and did Jolen's review pique your interest? You know, let us all know in the comments below.
Yeah, and with that, thank you guys so much for hearing and tuning in to another episode of Cafe Talk. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot.
Definitely.
Always, we forget to say it, but if there's a topic you want us to talk about, you can always comment down below.
We'll definitely get
read
into
it out.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll definitely try our best to address anything that you guys want us to talk about. And with that, we'll see you all next time. See you, everybody.
Bye. Stay beautiful.